Hello?
Hello. Hi. Did you just call this Milenko?
Yes, this is Lisa. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. How are
I'm doing great.
you? Okay. Um, Here we go. Sorry, I was just finishing up with the other interview. So,
Oh, that's great. That's fine. How you doing out there in LA?
I am doing very well. It's gorgeous. The skies are blue, and it's good. It's good. It's good to be alive. It's a good time.
Well, I know they've
So,
had a lot of rain and a lot of fires out there, so I hope everything is okay for you.
yeah, for me, I was, fortunate enough. I'm inland, but I do have friends that had some issues in Malibu that definitely went through a hard time. So, but yeah, it's been very odd here. I will agree. But overall, when it clears up,
Beautiful.
it's yeah. How do you beat it? You know what I mean? How do you beat it?
I know, right?
And where are you? You in Texas?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. I love Houston. Houston just rocks. It's got good energy. So
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is just the humidity's too much.
right. Well, what are you gonna do? You can't have everything, right?
I know, right?
So, so anyway.
So, you've got a new album coming out December 7th.
Mhm. That's the live DVD and the live album. Yeah. And you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's coming out. That was from the show in Milan back last year, and not only that, it's unfortunate. Well, Kenny, as you know, Kenny passed away like a
Yeah.
month after that. I think it was only like a month after that. Awful. What are the odds? It's terrible.
Yeah, you just never know when your time's up.
Well, I know that better than anyone. Except they didn't take me. They said, stick around. I'm gonna hit you in the head.
Right.
So yeah, life it's very, how would I say, is beautiful. It's tricky. It's twisting and turning, but it really is a gift. It really is a gift to be present in this life form. I don't know how you feel, but this is amazing. Just to be able to see through your eyes and think. You know.
Yes.
So,
Hmm.
all right, now that we're off the big deep level.
So I was wondering, what do you prefer? Do you prefer a studio album or do you prefer live? I prefer live myself.
Do you?
Hmm.
I like it all. I like it. I love it all. The studio album is nice that, in a studio you can paint, and basically, every word you create or note you put in or whatever, it's just like a brush stroke, so you can start painting what you really want. Live is random, it's whatever comes out, which is actually, you do the song, but it'll be different variations of it, which I agree, which is a lot of fun as well, So
Right.
I like it all. We filmed and recorded Sweden Rock Festival. What do you call it? The last this year,
Hmm.
and that'll be for next year. It's also awesome. Came out really good. So yeah, maybe how can I say? I love it all.
Now
Sorry, working
there's
here.
a drum solo on this album. Um,
Uh-huh.
I thought that was interesting because you don't really hear a lot of drum solos on albums these days.
Right. Well,
So.
why not? He did it. I mean, we filmed it. We did it live.
Mhm.
We filmed the whole concert, and I didn't want to cut out the drum solo. Let him do do his thing and just why not? The drum solos have been forever in our concerts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're not even sure why and how how did that even come about, drum solos, But if it's there, why not let the people hear it, Hopefully everyone enjoys it. I'm sure the drummers will.
Oh, right. I enjoyed it.
Okay, well, there you go.
Now, why did you pick Milan to record this live?
We didn't pick. That was where the festival was in Frontiers. That's their festival, and that was part of the deal. Part of the record deal is to record a record and then do a live show in Milan. So that's the how would I say that was the ticket,
Yeah.
So we didn't pick it. It kind of picked us. You know what I mean?
Yes. You have a lot of on this album. You have new and old songs. Did you write most of those songs?
Yes, absolutely. That was the idea we did. What did we do? The album was movie Rockstar.
Right.
I did the vocals for Mark in the movie.
Right.
You do know that, right?
Yes, and I know that you actually didn't write that for the movie. It was on your Wait album.
Correct. We All Die Young. We re-recorded it. We went and re-recorded it for the movie. So we have that. We have the Wait record. We have the movie Rockstar, and then we have the other Steelheart, whatever other Steelheart songs. So it was the idea is having kind of like a timeline with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we do with the shows. I think it makes it more exciting. Gives everybody a chance to kind of hear everything.
Right. Right. So, what was that like when you were asked to do that? Did you meet any of the actors either?
Oh, with that? Well, it's like, yeah, of course I did. That was amazing. There was a huge gag order on that of me talking to everybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
And till this day, I can't really have huge discussions about it. But everybody does know that, what the reality is. So, and I may be putting something together in regards to the whole movie. So I'm working on that now, and I will let everyone know soon.
Like a documentary?
No, more than that. Yeah, but I would. Let's keep it a little bit of. Let's keep it a little bit in the fantasy world to leave something for the mind.
Yeah.
So, but I promise you, the second I put it together, it will be known for sure quickly. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Now, you've been singing a long time, since you were like 4, right?
Yeah. Since I was 4, I started. Gee, yeah. I mean, I remember singing in my grandmother's kitchen. That's the first time I remember really getting into it, singing to the radio.
I bet
and
that
I swallowed
was cute.
What's that?
I bet that was cute.
Yeah. And I swallowed a piece of gum singing. I mean, I swallowed a piece of gum singing, and then I had this little pain in my left part of my chest, on my titty there, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I remember that I drank a bunch of coffee because that's what we had. That was my breakfast, like coffee with sugar and bread. It's like that was a cereal. Insane. And to this day, I'll have that same like it's like when you get an air bubble or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Under your lung or under your rib or something like that. Sometimes, and I'll get that sometimes. I go, oh, there it is, the gum. It's the gum stuff. So, and it's so weird that I chew gum when I'm singing. Unbelievable.
Really? That's,
All the time.
that's.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would think that
It
was
keeps
getting
my,
your way. Have you ever had to,
um,
been performing and swallow gum? That,
yeah,
wow.
no, I haven't, but almost, but I definitely, many times that I was singing, I'd turn aside in a, shoot out of my mouth. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happens all the time live, right?
Yeah.
But,
Right. Wow.
uh, we don't want me to choke on that, but it keeps my voice, how would I say, lubricated. You know what I mean? Always.
Right. That's true. Because when I'm out and I'm at a concert, I like to chew gum. I don't know
Right.
why. I guess because I used to smoke a long time ago when I quit, and now it's just a habit. When I'm out in public, I chew gum.
Well, it's just a lot. You dry, so you need that. You need that extra. Keep the voice, especially singers. You know what I mean? Keep it lubricated. So anyway, it helps me a lot.
Now, when did you become really professional? What age?
Um, I guess professional means when you're getting paid for what you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I started really early. I mean, I started getting paid when I was 14, doing shows. And I think if you really want to call it to the real, rock star level would be when I signed with MCA.
Mhm.
And that was when I was, 27, 26, 27, but I really, yeah, I mean, I guess I was in it for real. 14, 15 years old, I was already in for real. So I joined the band The Mission, which
Mhm.
these guys were older than I was, and they were already signed. And then I found, Red Alert, which became Steelheart after us, and
Right.
we did shows, we did gigs around the tri-state area, and and I was just a kid,
Right. You were living in New Jersey, right? And then Greenwich after that.
No, I live in Montcisco, New York,
Oh, okay.
and then we moved to Greenwich, Connecticut. So that's where I guess mostly I would say I grew up, Greenwich. So
Beautiful. Mhm.
Connecticut boy. Yeah.
Now, your voice has got such a range. You can go real low and real high. Did you have any voice training, or you just that's all natural?
I did. I had some voice training, and it was more of me. How would I say? Learning technique. And once I've learned the technique, I had to, how would I say, focus on just myself, how I can figure out me, define me, but using the proper techniques. So I had some, and the rest was all just me working really hard, you know, and that's what it takes, like anything else, You learn how to ride a bike, then you got to learn how to perfect it if you want to do wheelies, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Now I know your voice has probably changed since you were like 14 to now. You've got probably a little bit of a deeper voice. I think I've listened to your old stuff and your new stuff. So, but you can still hit those very high notes. And I know there's some performers that have been singing for 40 years. They have trouble doing that. So how have you managed to keep that all these years?
I think it's the lack of not doing drugs and alcohol and all the other stuff, or smoking, that's all part of it. I always try to keep myself as pure as I can. Don't get me wrong. I love to get have a couple of scotches.
Yeah.
But and I love to smoke a big cigar once in a while. But I cannot that, like I said, once in a while I can't do it. I just can't. It doesn't work. Because you can't smoke. You can't do the drugs. I never did coke in my life. Can you believe that?
Yeah, neither have I. So I'm glad for you.
That's right. That's really intense, right? But
yeah.
I don't know about you, but I trust me, I was around it all the time. Being on tour or being everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't do that because it drips down your throat and it starts numbing you, and it starts tearing your cords.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, I guess, because I've never done it. But, yeah, I can see that.
Right. You can't smoke weed. If you're smoking weed all the time, it's like, Jesus, then you're back to, inhaling serious burning all the time. Cigarettes, alcohol. It strips the mucus and the it doesn't work. If I have a couple of beers and I got a buzz, I can't sing. It's like, I can't even sing. I suck. It's like weird. I can't do it.
Wow.
So, again, so all of that, so I try to really take care of myself. I really do.
Right. Because I was really impressed when I listened to the live album. I was like, wow, you still got it. I was like, man, I want to ask him how he still keeps it so good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. As I say, you got to hear the Sweden Rock Festival, too, that we record. That'll be out next year. Also, really good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, it's interesting. I almost feel like I'm starting again in a weird way,
Right, because you took such a long break after you had that accident, and then you're coming back, and it's like you're like re-emerging.
I had no choice. I got my ass kicked during the accident. Then do one thing, and then 3 steps back. Another thing. Everything I did just kept, it was always like a big job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's, I've worked really, really hard
Mm-hmm.
for a long time to rebuild this, and right now I really focused last year on rebuilding the company, Steelheart Records, my team, my band, my publishers. I got everyone's new. A new businessman.
Right. That's what I noticed. I noticed too that your members, in your band are new. Well, kind of new. They're not original.
Yeah. No. These guys Mike's been with me 14 years. He's been with me for a while, the drummer. And Joe and Martin, basically like a year, year and a half. And, it's like this. It's important. This is life. And I want everybody around me to have a good time. If they're going to be with me, we're going to go on this journey together.
Right.
I want to make sure that the people that are with me, I look over next to them and go, hey, you want to have a beer? Let's have a beer. Let's hang out. Let's talk. And because the way it was, it's like, as much as I even love Kenny and, these guys, it's like you can't, they're wasted. You know what I mean? It's just too much.
Yes.
And so I put together a really nice team. Really great guys. Everyone is really, really, I'm really proud of everyone. They're really cool. And it's a pleasure to be creating music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so important, who you work with and that everybody gets along. You know what I mean? Everybody's happy, everybody's getting along, and this is it. This is life. It's happening. This is what we do. I don't want to punch the clock and be miserable.
Right. You want to enjoy it.
I want to create the clock and be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So you're writing new songs.
Always writing new songs. I'll tell you some things that's happening right now. It is, we have a song that we're going to release in February 14th that I shot in Croatia, the video in Pula,
And that's where you're
And
from. A lot of people don't know.
born in Zagreb. So we're gonna have that coming out, which is it's a nice love song for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
And yeah, we have that. We have the cutting the movie, the documentary, which is a beast. It's like 14 terabytes of footage. And
nice.
and then new songs. Oh my God, there's so many songs.
Oh, you just did a new Christmas song too, right?
I did. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think about it?
I liked
Did you
it.
like it?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So it was a Sinatra vibe.
Mhm.
It was more just piano and vocals, Sinatra. But did you hear Hallelujah?
No, I haven't
Have you
heard that one. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, you need to hear Hallelujah. Hallelujah, I did it with a choir, an orchestra, and vocals, piano. Really beautiful.
Nice.
So yeah, a little something for the Christmas spirit,
Now, if you could go back to yourself when you first started out, what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell myself?
Mhm. What advice would you give yourself?
Shut the fuck up.
That's a new one.
I would just shut up. Just stop talking and listen. And even though when I was younger, it's full of piss and vinegar, I'm still the same way. But I, I think I really would have probably just observed more instead of, but how would I say, I cannot possibly blame myself. I mean, it takes years of growing into, the man that I am now. But, yeah, I would definitely probably just listen more. So important.
What advice would you give the young and upcoming artists now with all the experience because you've gone through a lot in your career, so you've had quite a big experience in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just wondering what advice would you give young and upcoming artists?
The advice that I would give to someone is the same question I would ask to someone if I was ever working with them as a producer or as a label, whatever brings my future. Is first thing I would ask is I would say you need to ask yourself, how hot is the fire? Meaning, when I've asked other artists, which is the same question they would ask me, like you just asked me. And I would ask, well, how hot is your fire? And some would say, oh my God, I can't think straight. I love this. This is so much. This is so much soul. I go, okay, cool. All right. I'll have a conversation with you. But when somebody says they're not quite sure, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
You may want to think about exactly, what you're doing. So, having said that, when you ask yourself, this is who I am? Am I an artist? Am I a singer, guitar player? Am I a creator? Is this what I yearn to do?
Mm-hmm.
Have I made that deal with the gods that this is who I am? And if your word is yes, well then you keep going, create, and let go to the gods. Let go to the spirit. They will always take care of you. No matter what the situation is, you'll never be hungry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the bottom line. Boy, I got Tom Lou calling me right now, but I'll call him right back. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So did I make sense there?
Yeah.
Hopefully that came out right when you write it. But it really is I guess the word is be really honest with yourself. If this is what you do, especially today's world, it is so difficult to break through and to be heard.
Right, it is.
There's too many people in the way, you know. But if this is what you do, then this is what you have to do. And you got to be honest with it, be pure with it, and give it all you got. And enjoy it. Enjoy the journey, because it will be a roller coaster.
Yeah, right. What's been the hardest song you think that you've ever had to write?
Well, none of them. They all have their pulse. And when it doesn't come together, it's not because it comes together. It's just not time. So you just got to leave it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
My apologies. I have Tom calling me from Skype.
Okay.
So, thank you. And, text me. Just, I want to keep in touch. Okay?
All right. Sure.
Good. So, yeah, I just lost him.
Okay. Sorry.
I got a call. All right. No. You're fine. I'm just a little behind. All right. Thank you so
That's okay.
much. And,
all right. Anything else you want to add, like any tour dates, anything coming up that you want to push out there for everybody to listen to?
Yeah, the Christmas song. Make sure you grab the Christmas song, and also the song that's coming out on February 14th. I'm so in love with you. Four cellos, contrabass, and vocals and piano. Beautiful, just for all the lovers out there. And then after that, we're going to put out some slamming stuff. So here we go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.